The single most important thing that I have to offer any client is the ability to check in with yourself. Spending some time noticing what's going on with you is going to be the most important skill that you're going to gain from me. And ironically, it's the thing that clients most often have a hard time doing. It seems so simple. The fact that it's so simple, I think, is what makes people not realize the value in it. But here's why it's important. When we're growing up, we need to feel heard and seen and understood. And when we are seen and heard and understood, we gain a sense of we start to make sense of ourselves. We have somebody who validates how we're feeling, so we can go, yeah, okay, that's right. Somebody starts to put feelings to the words. We gain a sense of importance, that our emotional experience in the world is important, that somebody values it, and that creates a strong sense of attachment. And so if there's any one thing that I can say you absolutely have to do, it's going to be this simple thing, and that's just to check in with yourself. Notice, how am I feeling right now? What was that experience like? How do I notice that in my body? Like, what does that feel like? Where in my body do I feel it? How intense is it? Does it have a color that goes with it? Whatever it is that brings your attention and draws your attention into your body, that is being present. You're not in the future when you're noticing what's happening in your body. You're not in the past. You're not like worried about what might happen next. You're not blaming it on something or someone that's already happened. You're just being present with you. And when you do that, you change your relationship with yourself. You change your belief about how important your experience is in the world. And I don't mean that in a self-important way. Like, this isn't going to turn you into a narcissist, which is, one of those key words out there right now that everyone's talking about. This is just about you valuing you and valuing your messaging system. Our bodies are this rich system of information, and when we minimize or discount what we're feeling, we make ourselves small and we don't prioritize us, and we send the message to ourselves that we're not important. And what's worse is then we find evidence for why we're not important in the rest of the world. We start blaming it on other people. We blame it on our spouse. We blame it on our boss. We blame it on our kids. We blame it on the guy that cut us off in traffic. The way that you change your relationship with how important you are and whether or not what you're experiencing is valid is by making it valid. So spending time feeling your feelings, being with yourself, validating that experience, that is how you grow. You don't need to change it. You don't need to shift it. You don't have to believe what your feelings say. It doesn't mean you put your feelings in the driver's seat and that they then dictate the next words out of your mouth or your next actions. No, I'm not saying that. But they need to be seen and heard and understood. They need to be validated. Feelings are feelings. They are important, but they're not truth. They're just our experience in the world, and our experience is important. And the more we tap into that, the more that we start to inhabit our body more, the more we hone our intuition. There is so much to be gained by just taking the time to feel our feelings. So again, the most important thing I can say to you is take the time to check in and be with you until it becomes second nature, until you're constantly in tune with what is going on with you. That will change your life.